I think people fail to realize how important patience is. No matter what you're doing, understanding patience and complacency is vital. When you understand patience, it basically allows you to understand your time is not there yet. You can't rush any process. So when you're patient, you're able to understand if you keep putting in the work, the outcome that you're looking for, you're going to get, if not more. Right? When you rush a process, you're trying to make something happen that you don't fully have control of. And when you don't fully have control of something and you force it, you're bound to lose it as soon as you get it. Keep in mind, though, on the flip side, being complacent will leave you in your tracks and it will cause you not to move forward or not to try or think what you have thus far is the most important thing and it can't get better. So no matter what you're doing, understanding being patient and staying down and doing your research, putting in your time, putting in your grind, making sure you watch the right people and things of that nature, you're going to always succeed when you do that. I think growing up for many of us, or even now, we want everything right now. Life is like a microwave. 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you want things to happen because a lot of times individuals are so busy looking at what somebody else got, they don't know how much time they put into that craft. We just see the end result. So I had to realize, don't worry about the end result. If I get time to speak to someone that's doing good, I just ask them what was their process. I never asked them how long it took. I just said, what was your process to get there? And then when I start getting in areas that I'm doing well in, sometimes it took me years, sometimes it took me weeks, sometimes it took me a couple days, sometimes it took me an hour. You don't know how long it's going to take you to get good at something until you put the work in. Right? No matter how much you try to fast forward how fast you're good at something, it still may take time. It's muscle memory. Muscle memory is really with your muscles and your mind. You do something over and over, it becomes first and second nature. Right? But you can't go against someone who has 30 years in something and you try to just get into the same area they're in and expect to get it in a couple days. You may get it in fewer years than them, but as far as just getting it immediately, it's no microwave result. So be patient. Whatever your goals is, whatever you're striving for, be patient, but be consistent. Right? Always be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're not motivated. When we're not motivated, be consistent. Consistency will bring back your motivation. And doing anything over and over and over, the muscle memory is going to make it easy for you to continuously do it, even if you take a small break. So once again, no matter what you're chasing, no matter what you're doing, be patient. Just stay on your journey to get where you need to go. Right? I know I speak to some individuals, they look at what I have and they try to compete with me. And I'm like, do you know how many years I put into this? Right? It's not as easy as it looks. It's just I'm at a place where I put in so much work. I failed or bumped my head so many times. I learned from those mistakes. You know, if you see me doing something, I'm not going to avoid giving you the information. Just make sure you ask me in a professional or respectful manner. I'm always going to give you the game. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what you're doing, always look at it like, you know what? If I keep working on it, I'm going to get good at it. Another thing is, when you at a company and you working for someone else, do not fall victim to being complacent, because a lot of times that's going to avoid you from chasing your own dreams. And you're going to constantly be working for somebody else's. You're going to constantly be working towards someone else's dreams if you stay there. Now, if you want to be a professional worker, you don't have no, you're not aspiring to have your own business or have your own, more power to you. That's just not the type of person I am, right? I work for a company, or I worked for a company to get the tools and the skill set I need on their dime while supporting myself. And once I got that information, I was able to utilize it and transform it into something that I was doing. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. Individuals look at a 9-to-5 and act like it's not a good thing. A lot of individuals that are entrepreneurs will tell you, you will make less money being an entrepreneur than you will at a 9-to-5 when you first start, because you're putting everything you have into your entrepreneurship and you're putting way more hours in it. And it doesn't work for everyone. Everyone doesn't succeed when they try to be an entrepreneur, right? So looking at what somebody else is doing and automatically thinking you're going to do it, you're going to bump your head a lot of times if you really don't have a passion or a gift in that area. Everything is not for everyone, and you have to understand that, and you have to be patient enough to take time to say, you know what, let me figure out what I'm really good at and what's my gift, and I could do it without ever getting tired of it, even if I don't get paid. Stop looking at other individuals and think because they're successful, you're going to be successful in that same area. You know, like, I don't understand how that makes sense to anyone. It doesn't make sense you trying to mimic someone else. It's only one you, right? It's going to cost you to be someone else. It's free to be yourself. Always keep that in mind no matter what you do, even if you're not getting the praise or the recognition everyone else is getting. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all, you know? So patience breeds success. And behind every successful person, they was consistent when they wasn't motivated. No matter what you're doing, no matter how much money you make or whatever goal you're working on, at some point you're not going to be motivated to get up and do it. That's just life. That's how it works. It's just life. It's just life, man. You know what I'm saying? So another thing is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, right? Make sure you have a good mentor or individuals around you that's willing to give you information that's going to avoid you making pitfalls that you really don't need to go through. It's a lot of things that I went through for being stubborn because I didn't want to ask for help or ask how somebody do it. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. And some individuals are not going to want to give it to you because they work so hard. They're going to say, why should I just give you this full, free information when I put all this time and all this work to get it? Right? If you haven't watched my previous Soul Food Sundays, go back and watch them in chronological order. And it touches on a lot of different topics and tools that you could utilize to help you move forward. But the importance of patience is so vital, and many of us lack that virtue, patience, taking your time, not rushing the process. Everything is not meant for everybody right away. Don't look at other individuals and say, why do they have it and I don't? Be patient. Wait your turn. And when you get your chance, seize that moment and don't look back. Seize that moment and don't look back. I don't know why you would. You know? So I remember, I think last week I asked you, have some goals. Have some goals in place. What kind of goals have you put in place? Put them in the comment section. Put it in the comment section what goals you have. Did you get any wins? Right? And I appreciate my 224 subscribers now. It's a community. You know what I mean? Motivate, educate, and inspire. Feel free to make sure you share my videos, like, comment. And also, if you're not following me, you watching me for the first time, you like what I do, feel free to support and subscribe. I just want the community to grow and get a lot better, so therefore we can spread the word to everyone. You know? One of the biggest things I think a lot of us don't realize either is it's no timetable on when it's going to be a big break. It's not a set time. For some individuals, it may be, let's take YouTube for instance. For some individuals, they may only have to put up one video, where someone else may have to put up 100 videos. Somebody else 500, somebody else 1,000. Somebody else, they may have to do pranks or whatever it is. But I applaud everybody that keep going and going and going. Now, even if you don't get the results, the process and the reps that you're putting in, it allows you to understand the journey and how things work. Immediate success is not always the best success for everyone because a lot of us are not intelligent or mature enough to understand what we have when we have it. Sometimes you got to become more mature or become a little older to get that information. You know what I'm saying? It's cuffing season outside. It's cold outside. Take care of your mental health. Make sure you bundle up. Things of that nature as well. How's your mental health? How's your mental health treating you? Think about that. How's your mental health treating you? Are you good? Do you need somebody to talk to? If you need somebody to talk to, comment on the bottom. I'll make sure to respond to your comments if you inbox me or whatever, as long as it's appropriate. Right? Another thing, make sure you're getting some working out in, whether it's walking, whether it's running, whether it's lifting weights. Try to get an hour or two a day, or even 30 minutes if that's all you have, because those things are going to help build muscle memory. Those things are going to help you to become more motivated. Those things are going to help you become more consistent. When I see individuals that are in shape, what I understand is they really care about something enough to get up every day, no matter what they're doing, to help themselves look good. When you look good, you feel good, you know? And even with working out, it's a process. One thing I learned, I was a basketball player, right? Once I got out of shape, I regretted it. I said it would have just been easier to stay in shape because I'm maintaining. Whereas when you get out of shape, you got to try to get what you had back. And a lot of times it's hard. And a lot of times we don't have the accountability or discipline to get there, right? And even with patience, it takes discipline. Discipline and patience go hand in hand because we want things so bad. And we like, why don't we have it? It's not your time yet. You got to understand that, right? Your success sometimes is not on your time. You're going to put in the work. You're going to have faith in what you're doing, and you're not going to see the result. The irony is that the day you give up could have been the day you hit the mark and became successful. So I keep that in my mind. The day I decide to give up could be the day that was the day that my big break could have came, and I'm never going to know about it because I quit. You know what I'm saying? If you try something so much where you just don't have nothing in you no more and you put years and years and years in it, I understand. But try to think about what made you like what you was doing that made you do it for that long of a period. You know, so like I'm new into this content creation. I'm not new into motivating people. I'm not new into educating people. I'm not new into inspiring. That's who I always been, and that's what I always would do, right? I'm just doing it in front of a camera where individuals don't know me as of yet. You know what I mean? If you're a big Instagram person, I'm on Instagram, Mr. Freak with Flyer Mouse. If you're a TikTok person, I'm on TikTok, right? Unconventionally Mouse. If you're watching me on YouTube, it's motivation and consistency. I'm going to start adding some vlogs to it as well. Get out your shell. Get out your shell. Be patient. Chase your goals. Chase your dreams. Put in the work. You'll be surprised who's watching you and applauding you even without them saying anything. It's a lot of silent creepers that are applauding you from a distance. On the flip side, it's a lot of silent creepers that are hoping you don't win. It doesn't matter. But they're watching you for a reason. You're doing something successful. And you don't even know it yet. That's the thing. Individuals see the success in you before it even happens. And then when you finally make it, you'll hear a ton of people say, yo, I've been watching you for years, or I've been following you for years, or I've been buying your clothes for years. And in my head, I'm like, why you didn't just say something? But everyone's not like that. Some people want to look at you from afar and just look at your journey. And some people just like seeing other people win. And when I say seeing, I mean watching them on YouTube or watching them on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever social media platform. So be patient. Be patient with yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Stay motivated. Stay encouraged. You know what I mean? Don't have disbelief. Faith is about seeing and believing something in your mind that no one else sees but you. Somebody will think you crazy when you set a goal so high that they can't fathom it. You know? Patience is a virtue. You stay with it, it's going to happen. Just stay with it. If you want to become the person you want to be, you have to be consistent, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be accountable for your decisions. All those things need to be aligned. All of those things. No one really wants to work a 9 to 5, especially if they're not getting paid the money that they need or deserve in order to support themselves or their family. It's always going to be a cap when you work for someone else for the most part, right? So that's a negative. But when you work for yourself, it's no cap. But remember, everything you do when you own your own business revolves around the effort you put in. You're going to have your highs, you're going to have your lows. And you have some individuals that just hit it out of the gate. Out of the gate, they just take off and they never look back. For those people, I applaud you. But for the most individuals, that won't be you. And that's okay and that's cool. Just stay patient, stay down until you come up. You know? Before I leave you on this Soul Food Sunday, another thing that I want to touch on is make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you reach out to somebody in your phone that you cool with and you know something's going on with them. Just tap in with them. Check in on them. Just give them a call. Just let them know you checking on them. That's vital. That's important. Individuals is taking their lives at a rapid rate right now. And it's constantly happening, whether individuals are passing away from natural causes, suicide, things of that nature. Don't let your loved one or your friend that you know going through something or you think that's going through something, don't let them go through anything by themselves if you can help it. Paying attention is free. You know when someone's hurting, no matter how much they try to mask it if you're paying attention to them. Right? Paying attention is free. Pay attention to who you're around and your surroundings. Pay attention to body language, behavior. Pay attention to those things. If you're keen, you'll see it. So once again, Unconventionally Mal, Soul Food Sunday, another episode. We want to focus on patience this week. How important is patience in your life? Are you patient or are you complacent? Do you know the difference? Are you holding yourself accountable? Are you staying consistent when you're not motivated? Are you willing to put in the work, put in the grind to get where you need to go, regardless if no one else believes in you, you're not seeing no revenue, and you really don't know when it's going to happen? Are you willing to put in that much work? And if you're not, you have to reevaluate yourself and what you're going for. Because anything that's worth having is worth working for. And it's up to you to work for it. And it's up to you to do what you need to do. Whether it's asking questions, whether it's paying somebody to learn, whether it's being on YouTube, whether it's whatever that is, you got to get out there and do it. If I say I want to create content, I got to press record. And I got to put the videos out. And I can't let anything stop me regardless of how I'm feeling, what's going on in my life. If this is my passion, I got to make sure I continue my passion no matter what's going on. You know? I definitely want to start putting out some vlogs and some traveling and things of that nature. As I pick up and I get good with this editing thing and just how the process go with the lens, I'm going to be sure to put that out. And I'm going to put it out for me. And those who like it, I appreciate you. And those who don't, I appreciate you as well. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share. If you're watching this for the first time, once again, feel free to give me a follow. I appreciate my 224 subscribers right now. That's crazy. This was this basically was an idea. Now I'm just starting to see it pick up. I'm going to continue the Soul Food Sundays. Make sure you check my previous videos. I did a walk with me today. Motivation for working out. If you're not working out, is a time period where you could watch my videos, watch me work out, see what I'm doing, see me taking walks, see me running, whatever. Just staying motivated and just staying prepared and just constantly trying to elevate and be better with myself. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you're a veteran, happy Veterans Day. Enjoy your Veterans Day. Be safe out there. Unconventionally Mal's on TikTok, Mr. Frequent Flyer Mal's on Instagram, and Motivation and Consistency on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow if you're not. I'm up out of here.